Is good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Dame and Mr. Woodward checking in again for yet another video. And this time we got to tap into, we gonna just be on one subject because I think this might take a while, but Weezy F baby, Lil Wayne, the rapper that we all know, been pulling some bullshit last week. So if you was on Twitter, of course by now you know that Lil Wayne tweeted a photo with himself and Donald Trump and said, "Just had a great meeting with Donald Trump. Besides what he's done so far with criminal reform, the Platinum Plan is going to get a community real ownership. He listened to what we had to say today and assure he will and can get it done." And then posted a pic of him looking goofy standing next to Donald Trump with 2 dreads left. But let me break this down. Lil Wayne says he did what he did because he says he met with Trump because of what Trump did with criminal justice reform and stated that how good that was. Now, for the people who don't know, I'm going to break down what Trump has done for criminal justice reform. Now, one, the first thing he did, he requires the U.S. Attorney General to develop like a risk and needs assessment for every criminal that goes into federal prisons. So this is like telling exactly what an inmate needs to prevent them from becoming a repeat offender, right? So they're supposed to determine that. Trump brought that. And the use of restraints on prisoners during pregnancy, labor, and postpartum recovery, which was a common practice in prisons. He banned that. Some of the sentencing, so drug felony convictions that were serious drug felonies. The mandatory sentence for a second violation was 20 years. That got brought down to 15 years. The mandatory minimum sentence for a third violation was life, and that got brought down to 25 years. So 3 strikes and you're out. I guess he changed that. Before, when prisoners wanted to petition their sentence, they used to have to go, bring their petitions to the Bureau of Prisons before they could take it to the courts, which basically meant the Bureau of Prisons was determining who can decide to fight their case. You know what I'm saying? Which isn't fair. What he also did was he authorized the Attorney General to make grants to state and local projects that support the successful re-entry of prisoners into the populations and communities. He also put a provision that said prisoners must be put in the closest prison to their home, so no more than 500 miles away. They encourage like house arrest for low-risk prisoners, and they lowered the eligibility age for time served requirement and compassionate release. So, and also he improved the availability of feminine hygiene products in prisons and prohibited the use of solitary confinement on federally imprisoned juveniles. Now, while all of this is good and it sounds great, the majority of America's prisoners are in state prisons, where these rules and laws have no effect. Another thing, the percentage of white people in federal prisons is 57.7%. Who this helps mostly, once you break it down and you get all through it, his criminal justice reform helps white people the most. In state prisons, more than half the prisoners in 12 different states are completely black. All those things I just listed doesn't help them at all. So Lil Wayne, if you don't want to get taxed 62%, just say that. But don't come out with no other bullshit and saying that Donald Trump criminal reform and criminal justice reform and his Platinum Plan is doing anything for the people. We don't need that cap. Keep that in your rap. You can do what you want to do, but don't try to play us for the fool. You know what I'm saying? I'll put a link to the Platinum Plan in the link below in the YouTube description, so anybody who wants to check that out can check that out. It's about 2 pages. It's not too long, so y'all can read that if you really want to.